So I'm live on Facebook today for a couple of reasons. Once in a blue moon, just want to add some free value to the Consolidated Coaching Facebook group, which is what the group is here to do, obviously, add value. So thank you to all the paying clients who make this daily lead generation call possible. 90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time, this is just for our paying clients, but today's topic was going to be so good and so impactful, I thought it'd be a good one to share live in the Facebook group just so we can get some feedback for everybody. And I'm not going to call out this person individually, but I was working with one of our private coaching groups this morning, and we were talking about, hey, what are some project things coming up? What's going on? And of course, it came up because this always comes up. I am so busy because I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I am so busy because I'm getting ready to go on vacation. And for Sam, who's holding me accountable, this is not a Dr. Pepper, this is bubbly water, so it's just carbonated water, not a soda. So I said, okay, we'll come back to that. We'll circle back to why you're so busy right now. And then we went through kind of the rest of our normal setup and our coaching talk. And then I went back to, okay, let's talk about why we all get so busy right before we go on vacation. And we've talked about this a little bit before, but I just want to expand on the thought and get some feedback from here in the audience. The reason we get so busy right before we go on vacation is because we become hyper-focused and we act as if we're not going to be in the office next week, because we're not. We're going to be out of town. We're going to be on vacation. And what happens when you're getting ready to go on vacation is you pull out this stack of paperwork and you go through your planner or your calendar and you go through your pipeline report. And you look at your call tracker and you say, oh man, I don't want to be behind because I'm going to be out next week. I've got to get all this shit done. I've got to close out all these mental loops. I've got to check in with that client who's been blowing me off for 3 weeks because goodness forbid he comes back to life when I'm on vacation and finally decides to move forward with the refinance. I don't want to lose the deal. I've got to clear my calendar for next week of all the bullshit appointments I didn't really want to do anyway. And the ones that are really important, I'll call and I'll explain to them what's going on. I'm going to be on vacation. Can we reschedule? And basically, you clear your decks of all the garbage. You clear your mind of all those mental loops that have been running in the background for a day, a week, a month, a year of all the stuff you have to close out. And as you start to close out this stuff, as you start to commit to the tasks, as you start to realize, hey, I'm not going to be here next week. I better cram 2 weeks worth of work into 1 week. Surprise, surprise, clients start coming out of woodwork. Those people that you followed up with who you haven't been able to get engaged, all of a sudden they became engaged because they felt your urgency. You passed on your urgency to them in some tone in the phone call or the voice message or even the email. Emails have tone, and you created a sense of urgency. You're like, okay guys, we got to get this done by this Friday because I'm going to be all next week in Hawaii. So that's why we get so busy. It's not some random phenomenon. It's not the world conspiring against you. It's not the mortgage industry wanting you to not take a vacation ever. It's you, the loan officer, closing out all the loops and working at maximum efficiency because you know you're going to be gone next week. Now, the titans of industry, the Tony Robbins, the Richard Bransons, the Peter Thiels, the Elon Musk, the people that we look at in awe, the presidents, right? Presidents, ex-presidents that seem to do so much. Like these people that are working at the pinnacle of either politics or business or philanthropy or CEOs that we know that are simultaneously running a huge company, seem to have plenty of time to travel, seem to have plenty of time to work out, seem to, sit on boards and do philanthropic stuff. The reason they can do all that, because they act every week like we act the week before we go on vacation. They're not fucking around on Facebook arguing about, broker versus banker, which I get sucked into all the time. They're not, playing some new widget game or Candy Crush or whatever the newest game is on the phone. They're not taking their lunch break, reading comics, which is what I've been doing recently because I need to unwind a little bit. They are just being hyper-focused every single week as if it is the week before they go on vacation. So what I would ask you, if you're watching this on Facebook, please click like or love or something, just so I know you're watching it. In Facebook on the comments or here in the chat box, if you're on this webinar live, which I appreciate you so much, I want you to post right now, this is the interactive part of watching this video, post something that you know that you do on that week before you're leaving for vacation that you don't find time to do in the normal course of business. And here's where I called out one of our coaching clients, and he set this up so beautifully. As I went through, I said, hey, what are the things that you do the week before you leave for vacation? He's like, oh, well, it's really easy. I call all my top realtors and everybody I'm under contract with and let them know that I'm going to be out next week. So if you need something, call my LOA, shoot me an email. I'll get back to you in the evening hours. And I was like, bingo, ding, 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 ding. We talk all the time about calling your clients, calling your realtors, and somehow the same loan officer, and I love that I get to bust his balls because he's such a good guy and he's such a good sport. The loan officer who silently said like, oh yeah, well, when I'm going to be out of the office, when I'm not going to be working, I have no problem coming up with an excuse to call my realtors and my clients. It actually feels good to update them and let them know what's going on and keep them on task with the transaction and let them know that I'm going to be gone next week. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Coaching Client, so you have no problem calling your people when you're going to be gone and unavailable. Why don't you just call them the other 48 weeks of the year and let them know you are available? There you go. There's your script. Hey, I was just calling you this week to let you know I'm not on vacation. I'm working and I'm available and I'm closing loans for you. And here's an update on the transaction. But for some reason, we get it in our mind that the only time to be super hyper focused is when we're leaving for Hawaii for a week or when I'm going to Cabo for a 4-day weekend. Unbeknownst to him, and he's not watching this call because he's playing golf right now in Ireland, unbeknownst to him, Justin, my partner, did exactly this all last week. He knew he was going to be in Ireland for 2 weeks. So what he did, he closed out his inbox. He called all those clients. I've got them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He called the 10 clients who are kind of on the fence about refinancing or they're not sure if they want to do a bank statement program. And he said, hey, if rates drop or something happens in the next 2 weeks when I'm out, if that 10-year treasury goes to 1.8 overnight, my partner Scott's going to be calling you. Well, guess what? Just that follow-up, 3 of the 10 got off the fence, and I walked in Monday morning to 3 refinances with clients I've never met or talked to. We're insanely busy this week because Justin, right before going on vacation, closed out those loops, set up the fundings, knew exactly what needed to be extended, knew what was going to close early, did the follow-up stuff. So again, right now in the chat box or here on Facebook, I want you to drop a note or drop a comment. What are the things that you do that you know intrinsically you should be doing every week, but somehow you only find time for it when you are getting ready to go on vacation? Because it's not, all of us have done it. I did this for the first 10 years of my career. I fell into the fallacy of being like, oh, well, you want to get busy, just schedule a vacation. How many of you have said that before? There's 50 of you on the coaching call right now, and there's several of you watching on Facebook. Yes or yes, please, in the chat box, so I know I'm not the only crazy one. How many times have you said in the mortgage business, oh man, you want to get really busy? All I got to do is schedule a vacation. It's like, no, all you got to do to get really busy is do the shit that you're supposed to do every week that you only do when you're getting ready to go on vacation. So that is my lead generation tip for today. If you want to do more business than you think humanly possible, if you want to find time to get in the workout, spend time with your family, build the team, build your business, then you need to treat every week like you're going on vacation. No dicking around on Facebook, excuse my language. No wasting time when you're in the office. No long lunches. I got plenty of friends I can have dinners with. Try to get as much in as possible every week and pretend like you're going to be out next week for a week. Because if you do that, you'll get to enjoy your weekends off because you've already updated everybody during the week. You'll get to enjoy your evenings off with your family or going to CrossFit or smoking cigars or whatever, your flavor of the week is, because you stayed hyper focused at work. And then guess what? Next week will come and you'll just act like you're going on vacation again. Like if I knew I was leaving for Cabo on Sunday and Justin's already in Ireland, my week would look dramatically different on all the things I would have to do, what I would have to set up, who I would have to delegate to, what I would have to hand off, what systems we would have to have in place as a team. All of these things would be dramatically different if Justin was going to be in Ireland and I was going to be in Cabo at the same time. We should probably work as though that's going to be a thing. because maybe we would like to take a vacation together. Our families like each other, take a vacation together. Maybe we would like to both be able to go to President's Club together without freaking out. You know, maybe we just don't want to work as hard as we work. And so we've got to have all these things in place. And then when we are here, work hyper focused as if you're going on vacation next week, and then you'll be busier than you know what to do with. Or just schedule a vacation every other week and force yourself to do it. I don't know if that's the exact answer, but let's get rid of that fallacy of, oh man, if I want to get busy, I just have to schedule a vacation and then the world conspires against me. It's like, no, you just need to do the shit you know you need to do, and then you'll get really busy. But the problem is we don't do that shit unless we're getting ready to go on vacation. So that's my thoughts for today. I love you all. If you have something else that you think of later in the day, I'm like, oh yeah, when I get ready to go on vacation, I do that. I do close out that loop. I do that thing on my calendar. I do that thing with delegation. Please go on the Facebook group, post it on the Facebook group so we can get a running list of all the things we wish we were doing every week as if we were leaving for Hawaii for 10 days. All right, I love you all. If you're watching this on Facebook and you're not in the coaching group, you should sign up for the coaching group. It's the best $129 you will ever spend. And we talk every day about something like this. Maybe not quite as passionate as today, but we talk every day about some topic on lead generation, strategy, tip, tactic. We'll put a link below, and I hope you got some value out of this call today. If you did, please leave a comment on Facebook, or if you love the coaching program, please go leave a comment on Facebook because it means a lot and helps our organic reach. All right, thank you all. Talk soon.